book lovers, it is G-Swizz here, and I am here today with my first book haul of the year. Actually, this is my first book haul since my birthday last year, because have I been bothered to do book hauls? Nah. But I'm finally gonna do one, so let's get started because there's plenty of books and I kind of want to get this over and done with. The first book is not a book. It's something that I really love and I just wanted to share with you guys because I am freaking obsessed with it. It is a coloring book and it is the Marvel Woman of Power coloring book. As you can see, I've already started coloring in it and it is great. This is one that I finished and I'm absolutely so proud of it, is Lady Thor. I love it so much and like I love all the different illustrations in here. They are just like amazing, so I'm so looking forward to coloring the rest of this. Like I couldn't recommend this enough, guys. It's really good. Next up, I'm going to talk about a couple of anthologies that I got, which are the Penguin Teen Australia Superproof 2017 and the Harlequin Teen Fresh Reads 2017. Really excited to look into these, and being somebody that now takes review copies, this is very helpful for me to know what titles are coming out, what titles I will acquire, review, and promote in the future. Now I will move on to a couple of review copies that I received this haul. First of all, I have Valentine by Jodie McAllister. If you have not seen my review on this yet, I will link it down in the description so you can check it out. I really loved this book and I loved it so much that I had to get myself a finished copy. I mean, why can't you have both? Like, you know, support your favorite authors, guys. It's a really good book, so yeah, like that's why I had to buy it. I really love this book and I am really excited for the sequel. Yeah, I can't wait for it. The last book that I received for review, I'm so blessed, incredibly blessed to have received this for review, and it is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, which stands for Thug. This young adult novel is really needed right now as it is pretty much inspired by true events to do with Black Lives Matter and the violent police attacks that are currently happening in the US. It's kind of hard to hear and also very important to hear for somebody who lives in Australia because we haven't really experienced that. Undoubtedly, we have experienced racism, but not necessarily to that level where the authorities are attacking. The reason why I asked this book for review is because I really kind of want to make this voice known internationally rather than just within the country, because I feel like it's really important to educate us on these subjects, and I'm really excited to read this for myself and educate myself on the subject matter and, you know, see what we can do in the world. Then these next books I bought because I'm prone to buying books, guys. It's just a thing. I bought the first two books in the Zodiac Legacy books by Stan Lee, Stuart Moore, and Andy Tong, which consist of Convergence and The Dragon's Return. I didn't buy this for any other reason but the fact that Stan Lee wrote it. Let's be real. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of astrology or anything like that, but Stan Lee, guys, like, I kind of had to because it's Stan Lee. The next book I bought was a comic book and it is Silver Surfer Volume 1, A New Dawn. I have not actually read anything from Silver Surfer. In fact, I didn't even watch that Silver Surfer movie with the Fantastic Four like ages ago. I watched the first movie and I wasn't really a fan of it, but I kind of want to read, you know, the Silver Surfer, and I want to see what the hype is about. I mean, I've read about him and Dawn in a comic before. I think it was Groot, that single volume comic of Groot that I keep on hyping up. You know, I found that their storyline was very fun, and so I decided to pick this up. I mean, it was only $7, so like, why would I pass up a bargain like that? The final comic I got, which was also $7, was Secret Identities by a lot of authors. Dang it, there's like 5 of them. Guys, I paid $7 for a complete collection. How great is that? And not only that, this is published by Image Comics. Image Comics has a pretty good reputation when it comes to the comics that they publish and stuff, so I decided to pick it up. It's about superheroes and secret identities. I really like that stuff because, like, I am kind of Marvel trash, and so I decided to branch out and get something new, and, you know, it was only $7, and, you know, it's Image Comics. I mean, what more would you want? The next book I'm gonna haul, I'm just gonna haul very quickly, and if you want to hear my thoughts on it, then just go to my Goodreads review. I think I'll link it down in the description so you can check that out. Yeah, Carve by Veronica Roth. Yeah, I understand the controversies and that's why I'm not really going to talk about it too much now, but I did talk about it in my review, so you could go check out that review. The next books I have here is a haul and also a rehaul, and that is the Dorothy Must Die series by Danielle Page. At least the ones that are out now, not the novella collections because there's just too many of them. But guys, I'm rehauling this. I actually asked my friend who I gave this to if it was possible to give back, and she gave it back, which was cool. I mean, they don't sell these in like the matching height editions anymore, so I'm like, yeah, may as well keep it. So the reason why I got rid of these originally is because of Full Fathom 5 and James Frey, and I do not support James Frey whatsoever, but I heard that Danielle Page has kind of left Full Fathom 5. You know, she's actually pretty brave to leave Full Fathom 5, but yeah, that's at least what I heard, and so I decided to get these, and these two were discounted anyway. I mean, I got all of these at discounted prices. I've never actually had to pay full price for it anyway, so if it was supporting Full Fathom 5, then I kind of wouldn't really be supporting them too much with my money, and yeah, so I kind of do want to read this series. I mean, if I'm in a Oz mood, then yeah, sure. Decided, you know, I might give this series a chance. The next book I have on here will be Serafina and the Twisted Staff by Robert Beatty. I had hauled the first book like ages ago, and I decided to get the second book because, you know, I'm pretty much all about completing those series. Guys, I have a problem. The next book I have to show you is Fly on the Wall by E. Lockhart. If you didn't know, she wrote We Were Liars, and I freaking loved We Were Liars, and this book is like super small, guys. It's not even 200 pages. So I'm definitely going to fly through Fly on the Wall. Guys, that was so bad. The next book I have on this list is A Shadow, Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess. A lot of people are bragging about this. Oh, I have a bookmark in here. Like, that's really cool. Not until after I bought this book was I told that there's a love square in here. Pray for me, I'm going in. But I'm not gonna lie, I am digging this cover, and I'm kind of pretty excited to read this, and apparently she's the chosen one, or she's not the chosen one. Dang it, like, you know, all these tropes, man. You know, it's like typical YA, but I'm kind of trash for it, dang it. The next book I have here is Forevermore by Tahara Mafi. I've been looking for ages to find this book in Australian bookstores, and I finally found it. I snatched it up from the shelf because, like, it's taken way too long, guys. I mean, why couldn't they release it at the same time as the US? They released it like 3 months later, and I still didn't see it 3 months later, so I picked it up in February. In February! Australian publishers, you need to step up your game. The next book I have here is Armada by Ernest Cline. I have read Ready Player One, and I love Ready Player One, but apparently this one is not as great as Ready Player One. I mean, it was written afterwards, and so that's why I was kind of hesitant to buy it as soon as it came out, but I've read Ready Player One ages ago now, and so I feel like I have kind of forgotten how great it was at the same time. I mean, I'm wanting to reread Ready Player One, but before I reread Ready Player One, I definitely want to read Armada because I want to give Armada a chance. This next book I received as a gift. It is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald in this beautiful, like, gold and white foil edition. I received it as a Christmas gift from my friend Beck. Thank you so much, Beck. I love it so much. I wanted to get this edition originally, but this edition right here was like $5 cheaper, and I wasn't too sure which edition I wanted to go for. I don't know, guys. I like them both so much, and I remember going to the bookstore and having to figure out which one I wanted to get, and I ended up settling for this one, and I wasn't really mad about it because I still loved this cover, but I was pretty mad that I left this one behind, and then all of a sudden my friend Beck decides to buy it for me for Christmas, and I am just honestly so thrilled because the rest of F. Scott Fitzgerald's books come in like these editions, and they're really cool, and I definitely want to collect them, and I actually want to read the rest of his books because, you know, 1920s goodness. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald is like the best. The next book I have on this list is a book that I should have hauled ages ago because it's probably like the first book that I got out of all these books. Yeah, it was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. Is there anything else I need to say? And the next book I have on this list, Traitor to the Throne by Alwyn Hamilton. I am living for how awesome these covers are. However, I'm really annoyed at this because it's ruining the beautiful archway. It could have been down here, you know. Again, a sequel to a book that I have already read. I have a problem. Another book I have on this list is The One Memory of Flora Banks by, I was just about to say by Be Brave, lol, by Emily Barr. I'm gonna be real. One of the main reasons why I bought this book was because it said Be Brave. And if you don't know, that's kind of like my saying for life because of Divergent. Divergent pretty much cursed me with that. I'm so sorry. But I'm really excited to pick this up because apparently it has to do with a girl that has, you know, one memory, and she's trying to remember other things. I mean, that reminds me of We Were Liars. I was pretty excited to pick this one up. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty color as well, and it's only 200 pages as well. Like, I can fly through this, so yeah. And I need to kind of get into more contemporaries because I'm just never in a contemporary mood, but like to have a contemporary there for every once in a while is great. The next book I have is Forget Tomorrow by Pintip Dunn. I saw this in an Australian bookstore and in hardcover, like that's kind of rare, and I was really excited to read it. I've been really excited to read it for a while. I asked BookTube Tours if they wanted to send me a review copy, and they never responded. Salt Bay. I do have to admit, I'm kind of saltier than the Dead Sea at the moment. But regardless of that, I'm excited to pick this up because there's so much hype surrounding it, and I'm trash for dystopians. Like I've said for the billionth time, I have so many dystopians I still need to pick up in my life, and this is one of them, so I'm really excited to read it. And next, I will show you Carve by Stephanie Garber. I reckon the paperbacks kind of do the same thing as the hardcover. If so, then I got the dress. If you didn't know, this is our Biblio Squad book pick of the month for February. I almost said March. Dang it, because our live show's in March. It is the 4th and 5th of March, depending on your time zone. Come join us. I've got the details in the description, or maybe they'll even pop up on the screen. It just really depends. Now is the time that I show you the glory that is the Red Rising trilogy by Pierce Brown. I've read the first 2 books, and I'm just loving this series so much. I finished Golden Sun yesterday, guys, and I'm just like, wow, I'm mind blown. And I'm really excited to get to Morning Star. Apparently Golden Sun is like the best in the series, so I'm hoping that I'm not disappointed with Morning Star, but I'm really excited to read it. I originally started reading this because I thought that Pierce Brown was going to be releasing a new book this year that was The Companion, which was Iron Gold, and turns out he's not. I am kind of not. I am salty about it. I'm sorry. I mean, now that I've read these 2 books, like, kind of wish I had more from you, Pierce. And lastly, I will show you this chunker. The Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I don't even need to say all of the titles because you guys should know them by now. All you guys need to know is that I'm loving this series so far. I've read the first 4 books, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I cannot wait to pick up the 5th book and proceed from there. That is going to be it for this video today, book lovers. Follow me on my social medias. I'm at G-Swizzelbooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I am also Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.